Hello, hello, it's Kate Bolt, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK for another Stamp Around the UK video hop. Every month we bring you a new video, and this month our theme is texture, which is brilliant because it gives me a little bit of a chance to play with some ink and some fun like that. So the Stamp Around the UK video hop, we are a group of Stampin' Up demonstrators, a collaborative, and we all group together and bring you a new video each every month. So if you'd like to see what the other Stampin' Up demonstrators have made for this theme this month, you just have a little look in the description box down below and you'll see the list. Click on the links and you get loads of creative inspiration for this month's theme. So we have got texture. So I decided to get out the new Plenty of Patterns decorative masks from Stampin' Up. These are great. These are kind of plastic stencils, masks. We stock two different packets of these, and this is the new ones. And they're fantastic. You can sponge with them, you can spray and spritz with them, you can trace with them, or you could just use your blending brushes, all sorts of ink techniques you can use. So these are the different designs. This one's kind of a little flower. It looks like we've got some paper like this at the moment called Sweet Symmetry. It reminds me of that. So we've got that one. In this pack, we've got this one with the 4 designs. This is really handy. This is almost like a snowflake. They're like, yeah, so pretty, those. We've got a geometric design. And then we have got, play with that one. And then we have got this one that's just a bit fish scaly or arches. It looks like a mermaid. So I thought I'd make a really quick card for you today, showing you a technique with our shimmery white embossing paste. I've not really played with this very much. Just going to have great inky fun with it. And I'm going to use this mask to create a card. The card's going to be quite simple, but I hope you like it because the focus is going to be on the technique and what we're going to be doing. So I've got a little piece of cardstock because I'm going to use one of our note cards. We have packs of basic white note cards and envelopes that come in packs of 20. So I'm going to create a layer to go on top of it. And this note card measures 3.5 by 5 inches. So my little layer is 3.25 by 4.75 inches. Okay, so let me just shut the door. The dog let himself in again. He's my crafty pooch because he never lets me record a video without coming in, which does make me laugh every single time. All right, so I'm going to put my mask on top and I'm going to kind of let it overlap at the edges so that it looks more natural that way. I've got a bit of washi tape stuck to me, you might notice. I'm going to use it just to anchor the edges down of my mask. I'm not too worried about it moving. Okay, so this is the embossing paste. I've used quite a bit of this one. I've been having a fabulous play with it. It comes like this. It has this seal and then it's foiled at the top. I've got quite a lot left. I've used a ton of it. It's like fluffy stuff, fluffy sticky stuff, and it dries hard. But this one is shimmery and it's glistening and glittery and it shines, and I'm covered in glitter. Okay, I don't know if you can see the shine on it. It's fabulous. So in the Stampin' Up catalogue, you can also buy a little pack of tools. It's got like a palette knife and a spatula type thing in there, but typical me, I didn't buy it yet, and yeah, I still want to play. So I'm going to go ahead and use an old bone folder. You could use an old credit card to do it or something like that, a loyalty plastic card. I would recommend you get the spatula because I really wish I had now, but never mind, we're going to do it anyway. So I am going to create some colours using our Stampin' Up Inkers that we use on our ink pads, and I want 3, so I'm going to put 3 blobs of the paste on my sheet here. This is what I'm using here to do it on. You could use, if you have the silicone mat, that would be ideal for this. Let's move this in shot. I've just used I use this big sheet for all sorts of things, and then I scrub it clean. It's literally one of those liners you get for the bottom of the oven. You can buy them. And I like to take it to classes so people can use it to heat emboss on, and the surface we're using is protected. So yeah, I've got a couple of those and they're just really useful. I don't even know where I got it from, but the silicone mat would do the job that we stock, just a smaller version. Okay, so I've got some of our Reinkers. Primary use of these is to re-ink our ink pads, but they are great for ink techniques. So I've just picked 3 colours out. I've got Bermuda Bay, Daffodil Delight and Real Red. I thought they'd be great, kind of. They're not all primary, but that kind of idea. I'm going to use 1 drop of ink in each of these blobs of glittery embossing texture paste to colour it. So yeah, you can colour this stuff. It doesn't have to be white. 1 drop is way enough, I have discovered. So here we go. There you go. So fun, so much fun, because it's almost like, it's like DIY or when you add your food colouring to cakes or icing. I love it. So this is the Real Red. Mix it with the white, obviously it's diluted, and depending on how much you put in, depends how intense it is. Now, this embossing texture paste dries really hard, like concrete. So as soon as you have finished, or keep close by a bowl of hot water, but I would go and wash everything quickly because it will dry solid. So I keep a packet of wipes. I am going to wipe it over because I don't want to sully the next colour I mix. Look how glittery it is. Can you see the sparkle? So sparkly, I love it. So give it a good mix. We've got a nice yellow. Sorry, it makes quite a noise. It's quite crunchy, but also the surface I'm working on is really textured. So yeah, we've got some yellow. And then we're going to go for the Bermuda Bay. Love the Bermuda Bay. It's up there with Coastal Cabana as one of my favourites. It's a real summer colour for me. Love it. Look at that. That's so satisfying, isn't it? Oh, you really have to have a go at this. Oh, love it, love it, love it. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to start by doing, what colour first? I think I might start with a red. So let's just wipe off some of that. I'm going to start with a red one. Just give it a good wipe so you don't like muddy all the colours up together. They will mix, but I don't want a brown mess. So I am covered in this. I've been playing with it all afternoon. So red first, okay. And I'm just going to bring it on and just smooth it down so it goes through the mask and onto the card. Like that. Fill it all in, right up to the edge. You can do it any way you like. I just like doing it across. And just wipe it off on there. If you had a lot of cards lined up, you could do a lot and then you wouldn't waste any of your texture embossing paste. Texture paste. It's called embossing paste, yeah. And then I think I'm going for Bermuda Bay. Love this colour. Let's just do it. I even found it on the door handle. Glittery embossing paste. So cute. Love that. And I do like where it meets. It kind of blends. It like merges. Have a bit of red and a bit of blue. So pretty. Right, yellow next. Yellow. And you get a bit of a green where it merges with the blue. Listen to that noise, it's really crunching. It's so nice. Right, Oh, that's really muddy. I'm going to wipe it on my wipe. I might need a new wipe, I think. Put that in the bin, otherwise I'll have it everywhere. Okay, and then I'm going to end up with a bit more of the red at the top. This is so satisfying to do. And if you keep it all contained in one area, it's not as messy as that, as I'm making it out to be. I'm just a bit of a messy person. I do like where it meets and turns orange. It's so pretty. Oh, I love that. So nice. So nice, so nice. Right, shall we do the unveiling, the ta-da moment? Let's do that. Let's do it. Because we're already at 10 minutes, you see. So this bit takes up quite a bit of time. Right, here we go. Let's take this off. There. Isn't that gorgeous? It's stunning, isn't it? It's like a rainbow. Okay, I'm going to grab my wipes. I'm just going to pop that over there to dry. I'm going to grab my wipes. I'm going to take off some of this because it will just dry rock hard like that. And then in a minute when I've finished my card, I will take it all to the sink. Just give it a go to get the worst off. And I'll take it all to the sink and give it a good wash and scrub. I might just use the rest of that up beforehand. Right. Let's swap things around a little bit. Here we go, move the Reinkers. Let's bring in a piece of great paper to work on. There we go. You can see I've been playing because it's not very clean. Okay. So this one that I have just made here will take a little while to dry, an hour or so, to go hard enough really to play with. So I'm going to set it to the side, and here's the one that I made earlier, Blue Peter style. So you can see each time you do it, depending on where you put your colours, it will turn out differently. If you use a completely different colour palette, it would look completely different, of course. So each one will be different, which I really like. I love that. So I've got one of those card bases, and I'm just literally going to pop it on there and decide what I'm going to do with it next. I did pick out a stamp set. I want to add a simple sentiment. And I thought I just wanted one little word, and I'm going to put smile on it. Smile. So that's what I'm going to do. So I've got my stamp already mounted on the block. I'm going to grab some cards, some scrap. And then I wanted to choose where I wanted my sentiment to go and what colour to do it in. So I've got Bermuda Bay, I've got Daffodil Delight, and then I thought the nearest kind of one, even though this is real red because it's all merged in, it's very Calypso Coral-ish. So I picked that one out. And I think I'm going to use Calypso Coral to stamp the smile. Although if I do that, it might merge in because I'm going to put it. So let's go with Daffodil Delight. Had a little technical issue there, so sorry. Okay, so I've got my stamp. I'm going to ink it up really well in the daffodil. I'm just going to stamp it onto my scrap. I'm absolutely covered in it. I've been playing all afternoon. There we go. Smile. I had a little trouble with my stamp, I'll confess. Every time I stamped the smile, I would get a halo. Now I'm pretty good at avoiding a halo because I stamp so much. But this one I'm quite heavy-handed with, and I don't know why. So in the end, I trimmed where I was getting halo, the excess rubber with my scissors from the stamp. So don't be afraid to do some stamp surgery if it helps you out. And I just did that earlier on, and since then, every time I've stamped, it's stamped really well, perfectly. So it was worth doing. Just take off that little tiny bit of excess rubber that I think was there. I'm going to just cut this out. So I'm not going to use a fancy die. I just want the embossing paste to do all the talking. I'm going to just cut around my sentiment in a little rectangle. Like that. I think I need to make it a slightly shorter. Just a little tiny bit. Cut his head off. Off with his head. Yeah, that's going to go on there. Happy days. Happy days. So, smile. I think it's going to go up there. Oh, I love that. You could even do it an ombre effect with pens if you wanted to. Yeah, you can always use your Stampin' Right markers with your rubber stamps. That's quite a good way of getting an ombre effect. Okay, let's glue it together. I do love this embossing texture paste. It's great fun. I think I'm going to be playing with it now until I've used up all that on the sheet over there. Make lots of cards at once. It's always a bonus. I'm sure this looks like the Sweet Symmetry paper. I will have a look in a second. This design of this mask. There we go. I use plenty of glue because this is really heavy now with all the embossing paste on it. Okay. And we need some Stampin' Dimensionals, which is what I'm looking for our smile. 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 Oh, I better not start singing. You certainly don't want to hear me sing. That would not be good. Oh dear. Take the backs off. So a simple little card, but the focus is on the technique. I hope you've enjoyed watching me do that and you might be inspired to have a go. There we go. It might be nice with a bit of linen thread on there. But we'll see. I'm just going to see if I've got anything nice to go on there. So I've got our in colour enamel dots, faceted gems rather, but they're a bit not quite. We've got the genial gems, they're rather nice, a little pale for what I'm looking for. I've got some of the holiday rhinestones, not sure, and I've got some of the in colour ones for last year that are still current. They're rather nice, but they're not the right colours. We've got metallics. They would look nice, but they're not quite it either. So I've got a few others, but I think what we really need to go for is the rhinestones basic jewels. You can't go wrong with those. They are always a thing to go for if you're not sure. Got some paper in it. There we are. Right, let's grab my pick tool and pop some of these on our card. Smile, where's it going to go? There. Just there. Now let's, oh my god, I'm stuck to me. Let's see if I can find a spot to put a couple more. There, I think that'll do nicely. Put those over there. Now, I actually want to stamp inside, so I will take one of the other stamps that are in the set. This lovely U set is gorgeous. So it could be Smile, Just Because, Trust Me You're Lovely, Cherished Friend. I like that one. Trust Me You're Lovely. I know exactly who I'm sending this card to. Now I've put the sentiment in it. Actually, that's an interesting... These look a bit like it. Oh. The design, I don't know. I'm seeing it everywhere. Okay, so I might do it in Calypso Coral. Now, as soon as I had all that trouble with the stamp and I trimmed it, I might just try this one out on my grid paper. See, I am getting a little bit of a halo. I'm quite heavy-handed with these stamps, I have to say. And I think it's definitely the user and not the product. Because I do tend to press them down. I'm not sure why. Try it again. Okay, that's fine. Let's go for it. Trust me, you're lovely. Wish me luck. Yes. Trust me, you're lovely. Excellent. So there's our card for the Stamp Around the UK video hop with our theme of texture. This is the one that we made. This is the panel that we just made. It isn't quite dry yet. And this is the one where I used it to create a card. Hope you love it. Now, I made some before as well when I was playing around exactly the same way. And I used exactly the same colours. This one is a fish one. Hope all your birthday fishes come true. And it was using the one with all the little arches or the scales. They look like mermaid scales, don't they? Yeah, hoping all your birthday fishes come true. And this was my mock-up. Now, this one, I put the embossing paste in one little area, and I put three blobs of the different colour Reinkers, and then I kind of swirled them. And I knew it would muddy, but it was actually far more muddy than I liked. But I still used it because I wanted to practice this card. And it's still very glittery and pretty. But I do prefer the different separate blobs of embossing paste with the separate Reinkers on. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed it. Do give me a thumbs up if you have. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to click the little bell down below for notification of future videos. All the products are available in my online shop at katebolt.stampinup.net. And over on my website at inkstampshare.ink. You can catch me on YouTube. You can find me live on Facebook every Tuesday morning, 11 o'clock BST for coffee and cards. You can find me live on YouTube on a Friday evening at 7 o'clock. And lots of inspiration over on my blog. Don't forget to check in the description box below and have a look at those links for the other demos doing their video hop this month. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care. Goodbye.